guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome to another high intensity interval training workout. We're going to be doing 20 minutes today, kicking off with our 2-minute warm up, doing 16 minutes of high intensity intervals. We break it down into 4 rounds, 8 exercises per round, using a 20-second high, 10-second rest protocol, and you get an additional 20-second rest in between each of the rounds, finishing up with a 2-minute cool down. I have a set of 5-pound hand weights on my floor mat. Guys, you know, as always, you do not need to use any hand weights. You can just mimic the upper body exercises using your own body weight. And actually for rounds 1 and 3, we won't be using any hand weights at all. Let's get right into it with our 2-minute warm up. I want you to just do a little squat jab to the front. Remember, just suck in those abs like someone's about to punch you in the tummy. And try if you can to engage that pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is actually part of the group of muscles that we refer to as the core. It goes from the diaphragm all through the midsection and includes the pelvic floor and actually includes the glutes as well. Let's do a few more of these. Okay, reach across the body, pivot at the hips, come down a little bit lower in that squat if you can. And you know, guys, I'll show you lower impact options as well. You do not need to jump around to get a great workout. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Arms overhead, kick your butt. And if you like, let's pick up the pace. So I'm getting nice and warmed up. Just 125, kicking my butt here. Do a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice wide stance, feet are out at positions 11 and 1. Come all the way down, squeeze it up. Want to fire up those glutes. Come down as low as you can, as parallel to the floor if you can. Suck those abs in, back's flat. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come up guys, I want you to do a little shuffle and just watch for the first move. No hand weights. We've got an imaginary medicine ball. We're going to squat, narrow squat to narrow to wide and throw our medicine ball down. If you don't want to jump, narrow to wide to narrow to wide. Get into position. Feet hip distance apart. Narrow to wide. Here we go. Stay low. Narrow to wide. So you're throwing your imaginary medicine ball on the ground. If you don't want to jump, narrow to wide, narrow to wide. You're just going to step side to side. Stay low. Yes, your thighs should be bending already. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, just watch. Small V. Coming back, left leg, punch to the ground, and either a kick or punch and tap with this left leg. Here we go. Punch it down, and either a kick or a tap. You need to engage your core muscles a little bit more if you're doing the kick. But that's fine to do the tap too. 3, 2, 1. All right, and I'm not just letting my arm flop down. I'm giving it a little jab to the ground. In a V, right leg, coming back with a punch and a kick. Here we go. Punch it down, kick, or punch it down, tap. Your choice. The kick's going to work your core a little bit more and work the standing leg a little bit more. Make sure you're coming back into a curtsy. Your right leg's coming all the way behind your left. Whoops. All right, guys, watch. Right leg forward, left leg back. Tuck this hip under. You're going to punch high, low, stay low for 4 uppers. Here we go. Punch high, low, stay low. Now high, low, uppercuts for 4, high, low. Let's go, guys. Hopefully I explained this all right. So I'm just punching the high, low with my left or your left, but then uppers alternating. So your left leg forward, right leg back, tuck this hip under so it's not pushed back. Get ready for high lows. Here we go. High, low. Now upper, high, and then upper. So you're staying low for these uppercuts. And we're just coming up and down in our lunge for the high low. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys, A nice wide stance. Coming low as you can. Hook. Here we go, come low. And then we're just gonna pivot on the balls of our feet as we come around and do a right left hook. Keep those abs engaged, like someone's about to lay one right in your tummy. Keep them nice and engaged. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. We're gonna be doing punch and a side tap, either slow or we can pick up the pace. Here we go. A side tap and a punch. And if you like, pick up the pace. Or you can keep it slow and deliberate, but stay down low. I'm hinging forward at the hips, and my body is low. After this, come right down on the ground onto your mat. All right, guys, forearm plank. Come up into plank, push back through your heels, then rock forward, then rock back. Here we go. So push forward onto your tippy toes, rock back and push through your heels. Forward and back. Really focus on keeping those abs engaged. Everything should be nice and tight as much as you can. Push forward and then back. Let's do one more forward. All right, guys, well done. Grab a drink and I'll show you the first move. We're gonna come down. You're either gonna jump or step back, jump or step forward, bicep curl, overhead press, and then down again. All right, we're only doing a few of these. Weights on the floor, wide squat, come down, jump or step back, jump or step forward. Bicep curl to overhead press, so step back, step forward. Bicep curl, overhead press. I haven't done burpees for a long time, so hopefully you won't be mad at me for sneaking them in here. All right, guys, feet facing forward, shoulder width are a little bit wider. Forward raise, side raise, just on your right leg. Here we go. Forward and the side raise. We've done these before. Make sure that your foot is not turning up to the ceiling. Keep those toes parallel, or keep your foot parallel. Think of turning your toes down to the ground. 2, 1. Okay, catch your breath. If you're not using hand weights, just mimic this exercise with the front raise. So a bit wider than shoulder width, feet facing forward. Down we come. So this move should really be initiated from the side of your glute. Don't just throw your leg in the air. Put all your focus on lifting through the glute. Take a peek at your knees. Make sure they're behind your toes. All right, guys, here we go. The favorite, side lunge. Side lunge to the right, knee up, push the arms and the legs out. Here we go. Side lunge, knee up, push everything out. Back to a side lunge or tap before you go up into that push. So you can tap and get your balance and then push. 3, 2, 1. Guys, when we do these single leg balance moves, you are engaging your core. Your core is responsible for stabilizing your spine, your torso. Come down, up, push everything out. Down. So don't just think of the core as something you do when you're on the ground. Keep those abs in like someone's about to punch you in the tummy. 2, 1. Guys, come down on the ground. Really wide leg stance, tricep extensions, or you can do it on your knees. Okay, here we go. One and then the other. Try and keep your shoulders parallel to the ground so you don't need to open the shoulder up. So I don't want to see that. Try and keep the shoulders parallel to the ground. Keep that head neutral. 2, 1, and done. No, not done. Come on your back into glute bridge. I want your right leg up in the air, single leg glute bridge, and press up through the arms. Sorry guys, I got so excited. I forgot I was only up to exercise number 6. All right, so I'm pushing up through these arms and doing a single leg glute bridge. Now you can have that other leg resting on the working leg, up in the air or bent, your choice. So it can be here, it can be here, it can be here. We're just driving up through the other leg now. So now my left leg is up in the air and I'm pushing up with my arms coming to my armpits and then up to the ceiling and driving up through my heel. Squeeze up through that heel, squeeze it up, squeeze and a little hold at the top. All right guys, now we're done. Apparently I can't count to 8. Okay, grab a drink, no weights, just your imaginary medicine ball for exercise 1. So, narrow to wide to narrow or stepping. Here we go, narrow to wide. I want you to really throw that medicine ball down. You can just step it, but stay low. Come on guys, throw that ball. Keep the abs engaged. 3, 2, 1. Okay, little curtsy, little V. Punch down and either a kick or punch down and tap. Here we go, punch it and then curtsy, kick or tap. Punch and kick. So you're really giving this standing glute cheek a workout, an extra workout with the kick. But it's fine if you're tapping too. You are still getting a workout. Small V. This time, your right leg's going back, punching with the right. Punch and a kick. Yeah, you really need to focus so you don't lose your balance. Just tap it if you feel like you're losing your balance. 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right guys, left leg back. Tuck that hip under. Left arm, high, low, stay low for 4. Okay, here we go. Punch high, low, stay low. High, stay low. Make sure those uppercuts, you're punching like you mean it. I've got that back hip tucked under, so my back leg is at a 90 degrees to the ground. So I want you to tuck this fella under. It's not back, it's in and coming down like that, not like that. Tuck it, get ready. High, low, stay low. High, low, stay low. Stay low. A few more guys. We're more than halfway there. 3, 4, high, low, stay low. Okay, shake them out. Wide stance, coming low, hook and a hook. Pivoting, right, left. Abs are in, down, hook. So keep those abs in, like someone's gonna give you a little gentle punch in the tummy. Really hook around. We're using our abs here. 2, 1. All right guys, so 45 degrees, bend, come down. We're punching side kicks. What's wrong with me today? Here we go. You may wonder why I don't just film it again, but I have already done it 3 times this week. All right guys, 10 seconds. Punch it down. Keep it back, your back flat. After this, down into forearm plank. 2, 1. Okay, onto your forearms. Come up into a hand plank, and we're gonna rock, push back through our heels, and then rock forward. Here we go. Push back through your heels. Now rock forward on your toes. Back through the heels. Keep those abs engaged. Everything nice and tight. If this is too much, just hold plank. If you need to, drop down onto your knees for a few seconds and then come back up. All right, guys, have a rest. First move, frog burpee. So we're coming down into that wide squat. Jump or step back, jump or step forward. Here we go. Come down, either jump or step back. Bicep curl, overhead press. So you can step back, step forward, and then overhead press. We're not doing very many. Make sure you squeeze up through the glutes as you're coming out of that lunge. Let's get one more in there. Woo. Guys, this is the last round. Feet shoulder width apart. We're a little bit wider. Facing forward, squat, side raise. Squat it down. Take a peek at those feet. Make sure the knees are behind the toes. The butt goes back. Just like a normal squat, like you're sitting in that chair. Foot parallel to the ground. Initiate the move from the side of the glute. So I don't want to see the toe turned up. The foot has to stay parallel and pick the leg up using the glute. Here we go. Sit back and side. Come on, guys. We are on the home stretch. Let's really push back into that squat. Forward raise. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just watch. Side, knee up, push everything out. You can tap the foot on the way through if you need to. Wow, my heart rate's way out there. Here we go. Side lunge, knee up, push out. So it's important that you actually work hard, but not too hard. There is a fine line between feeling great and feeling like you've really exhausted yourself. It's not good to feel like that. We do trigger some free radical creation when we exercise, which is good because it stimulates. Let's lunge to the right. It stimulates your body to make its own antioxidants, but you don't want too much. So just scale it back a little bit. If you're wearing a heart rate monitor, work out what your max is, 220 minus your age. And then stay, try and go no more than 90% of your max. Okay, wide legs, tricep extension or drop down on your knees. Here we go. Make sure you're giving that triceps a little kick at the top. Squeeze and hold. Make everyone count. If you need to, you can drop down on your knees, but keep that back flat. 2, 1. All right, I remember now, we are doing single leg glute bridge. Right leg up in the air or crossed over on the other guy. Here we go. Squeeze up through that left heel, through that left glute. Imagine all of your effort to push up through that left heel that's on the ground. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. You can rest this leg on the other one, doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so some people like it bent, some like it straight, some have it on the other leg. Your choice. If it's too much, just keep both feet on the ground. Here we go. Drive up through that right heel and just squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. So my butt's not touching the ground in between. Squeeze and hold. Abs are engaged. It's the last exercise of the day. 2, 1, and now we are done. All right, guys, well done. Right leg forward, press through that left hip, left arm up, catch it, push back against it. Really push through that left hip and open it up. Okay, rock back. Open up that right leg. And remember, guys, push forward again, left arm up into tricep extension. Don't expect that you're going to feel the same every day. Some days I feel like I'm ready to kick some major ass and conquer the world, and then other days, not so much. Okay, lean forward. That's perfectly normal. It depends on a lot of things. What did you eat? How much did you sleep? What's going on inside your body. Switch legs over. Left leg forward. Push through that right hip. Put the right arm up. The most important thing about working out is enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to do it. That should be fun, right? Sure feels good when you finish. Okay, rock back, hamstring stretch. Have a nice flat back. Don't worry about how far down you come. All right, push forward again. This time, right arm up into tricep stretch. I know as humans we seem to be very competitive and we want to go as hard and as fast as we can all the time, but it's not necessary. Okay, rock back to a hamstring stretch. Okay, come around. Nice wide legs. Rock to one side, either hands up here on the knees or on the ground. And over to the other side. Nice stretch through the legs. Come to the center. Nice wide stance. Just drop the head and the neck. Just hang here for a breath or two. Okay, bend the knees and then scoochie the feet in towards each other. With your knees bent, slowly come up. The head comes up last. Arm circles back and forward, guys, if you need to go. Thank you so much for joining. We've got a few more seconds. Let's stretch out those quads. I should make the stretching longer, but then I couldn't call it a 20-minute workout. All right, guys, stretch out the other side. All right, let's stretch over one side of the body. Look up and under that armpit. Really reach through with that arm. Now the other side. All right, guys, one more, pull the arm back. Thank you so much for joining. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them down below. Make sure you have some protein in close proximity to exercise. About 25 grams of complete protein is the best way to induce muscle synthesis together with exercise. Guys, thanks again for joining. See you next time.